For accurate weather forecast and live news, subscribe to our Skymet Weather YouTube channel. Press the bell icon and do not miss on any of our weather news.
Welcome to Skymet. We have the National Weather Bulletin forecast for next 24 hours, 21st of July. The highlights are the monsoon has picked up pace now, and possibly in the remaining days of July we see good monsoon rains over most parts of the country. Yesterday we experienced the rainiest day of this season, registering 14.1 millimeter of rainfall in a day, the highest so far in this season. We have rainfall to the tune of about 9.5 millimeter every day on an average, but excess rainfall is required to cover the deficiency, which has already amounted to 8%, and courtesy yesterday's rainfall it has dropped to 6% now. Coming to the weather specific in different regions, firstly East and Northeast India, as we see there is a cyclonic circulation that has formed over North Bay, Head Bay. It soon will turn into a low pressure area in the next about 24-48 hours, and with this Northeast India, which normally has a fairly widespread rain thunder shower, that activity will reduce. It will continue, but firstly it should be reducing in intensity and the spread also across the northeastern states of Assam, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura. However, the activity is going to increase in the other eastern states, that's West Bengal, Jharkhand and Bihar. West Bengal, almost all parts, starting with Kolkata, Hooghly, Howrah, 24 Pargana, and then Mednipur, going further up to Panagarh, Bankura, Malda. These are the places which will have rain and thunder shower activity in these 24 hours. It will extend to even parts of North Bengal also. Over Bihar, most of it over the northeastern parts, that's closer to the foothills, including covering Purnia, Araria, Kishanganj, Katihar, Bhagalpur. This is the pocket which will have more rainfall than the other region. And over Jharkhand, especially the northeastern pockets, also Ranchi, Jamshedpur, Bokaro, Dumka, Pakur, this is the pocket which can expect rain and thunder shower. All these stations which I mentioned over these three states are in for some lightning strikes also, so exercise caution for that. Coming down to the North India now, the cyclonic circulation is seen over parts of West Uttar Pradesh now, from where we see the trough that is extending, joining this circulation to the circulation that's there in the Bay of Bengal. Though the monsoon trough, the eastern end is a little south of its normal position and the western end is shifting a little north. There is another circulation that's closer to parts of Pakistan and adjoining areas. So all this in a line extending the trough from North Pakistan region across parts of Punjab and Haryana closer to Delhi, and runs right up to the cyclonic circulation in the Bay of Bengal. With this, Uttar Pradesh should have good amount of rainfall, especially West Uttar Pradesh, including your Meerut, Muzaffarnagar, Aligarh, and then extending even up to Bareilly, Badaun, Shahjahanpur, Etah. These places can expect good amount of rain and thunder shower in these 24 hours. Parts of Punjab and Haryana, especially the northern parts of that, should have rain and thunder shower closer to the foothills, including the hilly states, that's Uttarakhand, Himachal and Jammu Kashmir also will have scattered rain and thunder shower activity. Delhi will have a little reduced intensity rain during these 24 hours. It has been a deluge for Delhi for the previous 2 days, wherein already it has exceeded its normal rainfall for the month. Both Safdarjung, Palam has exceeded that rainfall. Little activity will be there over extreme western parts of Rajasthan, possibly no activity as such. That is going to be a silent pocket in these 24 hours. Most parts of Madhya Pradesh also will have, but it was mostly confined to the northern parts. Now, coming down to the central parts, the other parts of Madhya Pradesh which I mentioned, that's the eastern parts of Madhya Pradesh, including Sagar, Satna, Rewa, Seoni, Umaria. This is the pocket which will have rain and thunder shower along with Jabalpur. Chhattisgarh, most parts, starting with Bilaspur, Raipur, Ambikapur, Durg, and then southern parts, which includes Sukma, Dantewada, should have rain and thunder shower activity, which will spill over even to parts of Odisha, as we see a trough also extending from the circulation across parts of Odisha and going further south across Chhattisgarh and Telangana region. The parts of Odisha almost spread across Cuttack, Bhubaneswar and Keonjhar, Kalahandi. These are the places, even including up to Ganjam, Gajapati, we can expect this rain and thunder shower activity. The extreme western parts of Gujarat possibly will remain free, but then light rainfall otherwise also in general is expected over most of Gujarat, except coastal parts of South Gujarat, including Surat, Navsari, Valsad, which possibly could have some moderate rains. Parts of Maharashtra in this, the extreme eastern belt inclusive of Vidarbha possibly will have some rain and thunder shower that will reach Akola, Amravati, even Nagpur, Washim, Varda, Yotmal, Chandrapur can have rain and thunder shower activity, but as we go further westward, a little less activity is expected over those parts of Marathwada and Madhya Maharashtra. Coastal parts, yes, Konkan region is going to have intense weather activity inclusive of financial capital Mumbai. It starts from Dahanu, Kalyan, Thane, Mumbai and going south further Sindhudurg, Alibag and up to Ratnagiri also. We can expect heavy rain and thunder shower, possibly 3-digit rainfall, quite possible even over Mumbai region. The other southern parts of the country, the activity is limited firstly to the coastal parts of Karnataka, that too also will be moderate. Karwar, Mangalore, Harnai will have moderate rain and thunder shower activity. On the eastern side, southern parts of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, coastal Andhra Pradesh and then even Rayalaseema, Tamil Nadu, largely they will see very light activity. Northern parts of Telangana, yes, inclusive of Nizamabad, Adilabad, Ramagundam can see rain and thunder shower activity. Kerala also will not be very aggressive in this 24 hours, light rains and at the most some moderate rain expected at some of the places like Kozhikode, Thrissur and up to say Cochin also. This is the weather forecast for these 24 hours. Keep watching Skymet for the latest and further information on weather. Thank you.
Keep your family healthy by downloading Skymet AQI app and tracking air pollution of your location in real time.